Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Jared Goff and the Los Angeles Rams versus Cam Newton and the New England Patriots.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we start Week 14 with a great Thursday night matchup between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Rams.
When I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the running game.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Jared Goff sacked by Adam Butler.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. Unable to corral him, he fights through, and he'll be out right at the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Sony Michel comes out of a long line of terrific running backs from the University of Georgia and was a first-round selection for New England in 2018. He does not mind carrying the football, never turns down an opportunity. Top 10 in rushing attempts in the league in 2019.
Second and 9.
Second and 9 at the 37-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football. Didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out. I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
To
James White, his first touchdown on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team.
And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So that drive, 80 yards.
You've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it quick.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. Zone defense, and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call. You've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles. On the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Newton. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Ryan Izzo in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm.
And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
Out there, they may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you two in just a moment. First, we just...
At their pace, this is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football. Put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Newton able to get this to his running back right. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line.
First down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into.
13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now.
With a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
They just banged that one through. So that one an 8-play drive. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Their defense defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. Well, Charles, I guess the only thing I can think there is they've got a 3-score lead, and they're saying, well, we're not going to lose this, so let's have some fun.
And they're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Hey, on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Just a 4.
And maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A throw by Newton going to be caught by Harry. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was Damian Harris who finished things on Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean,
Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Newton. Forced out to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the final piece to the puzzle was the Cam Newton touchdown run. It's incomplete. So now only 7 seconds remain. On 2nd and 10, Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Patriots, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And now they'll have a few...